I remember when I was 10 years old, I first joined the class in secondary school. And when I first joined, there were some boys in there that were, talk trash to me and didn't really take me seriously. And everyone might think it's just like some jerks, some kids that are not educated, and you should ignore them. But at that time, I was pretty, sensitive, and I was, always thinking about others people opinion, and I focus everything on them, right? And since that day, every time I go to class, I could never focus on the teacher, right? Like my mind would just thinking about the one that talks trash to me, and I really, because I really don't want anyone to disrespect me or hate me or something. But I guess that piece was being broken, and I could actually never focus, right? I always got bad marks, and my parents, when every time they saw that bad marks, they blame me on being lazy and stuff. But the truth is that after every day I went to school and then I went home, I was just trying to escape my cruel world, man. Like, it's not even exaggerated when I say the word cruel. Like, I don't think that anyone in those schools were being nice to me. Like, there were like a handful of them, like, and I considered them as my best friend. But I guess that I was just in a really bad place to begin with, because it's not a really nice school. But I should not blame everything on them. It's how I deal with those situations. And when I grew up and I finally graduated everything, even when in high school, right, when I was like 15, man, like I met the same person, like not the same, but like the same type, right? And I could not care less about the lesson, bro. Like, every time I go there, I was afraid that they'll judge me again. They will say bad things to me, and my marks were very low again, right? And it keeps happening. It keep on going on this same loop, and I didn't even recognize it. I always think that it's because of my laziness. It's because I procrastinate a lot, right? And after I went to university, man, when I finally escaped everything, everyone, bro, I was logging in for like, it was the greatest time of my life, man. Like, I finally got to make new friends. This time was much better, right? Even though it's just short term, but I can finally feel free, and I feel some kind of change in me. Like, I'm not as lazy as before, and I care a lot about other people, which I never have spent time to put effort into care about, right? Pardon me. And even when now, like, I remember at the time when I was studying at home, right? I was doing assignments, and 15 minutes in, I hopped out and I hopped on video games, right? And I would play for hours on end, and forgot that I even start the assignment in the first place, right? And the fact that I finally realized it, and the time that I have moved to the library to study, whew, oh boy, it's a night and day difference. I managed to study for like 7 hours straight from afternoon to the evening. Like, I completed my whole assignment in that period of time, when it took me like 1 week at the same assignment, but I was in my house, right? And so I really think that, like, I heard that there are some successful story about people who move away from their hometown and just being alone in their apartment, and they lock in for like crazy. And I don't know if this is true or not, and it whether it's have been verified, but I do feel like, in my personal experience, right, I feel a bit more productive when I change places, when I adjust my environment. Like, if you think that you cannot move right now, I understand. I really understand. You have many things to justify, and I completely agree. But there's another thing. If you cannot move, I would suggest that you should develop relationship with your workplace and your relaxed place. Like, take for example, your bed is gonna be the places where you only sleep. When you touch your body on the mattress, you fall into sleep, right? It's nothing you can do in that bed. I mean, if it's emergency that you can maybe break the rules, but you understand me, right? And and the desk is a place where you work and you study, right? And the only time when you relax is in the living room, right? Just treat it that way. Like, I just give an example, and have been really powerful to me. Like, oh my god, like I remember when I was in my country, bro. Like, my bed is a place where I do like everything. Like, I survive on there, like eat, sleep, and doing work. Like, even studying online. But now I only sleep. Like, it feels pretty amazing, to be honest. Like, sometimes I do relapse. I do, I don't want to take this like too seriously, right? Like, it's just a method, right? But I guess that we should try it out. Like, who knows if it works or not? And if for anyone who is struggling right now with productivity and the ability to focus on the task, like myself, I have the ADHD, and because I went on Google and I saw all the symptoms that matched with me, and maybe that explains why I can only focus for a short period of time, even like until I start stimming and started to be distracted by everything. But I'm not gonna blame it to my ADHD self-diagnosed, right? Like, today I feel like most people would just blame everything but themselves, man. Like, and I feel like I did the same, man. Like, I never take responsibility, and I never try to, matter of fact, I do take responsibility. Like, I always apologize to my dad when I play too much video games, right? But I never took accountability. That is the better way to talk about this, to explain this, right? Responsibility is like you apologize, but taking accountability is like putting efforts into fix that problem. And I guess that I've been taking too much responsibility lately, and there's almost no accountability. So I really truly need to do better, man. Like, I cannot be lazy all the time, especially right now when I understand where it came from. Like, it's just maybe for me, and maybe for you it's different. But I just want to share it today. And who knows, maybe someone is, on the other screen is in the same situation as me, right? Like, it's not having proven to work 100%, right? But it's just a way of mine, because it worked for me, and I believe it will work for you too. So yeah, I hope you found this video useful, and thank you so much for watching.